You don't have a visibility problem. People see you. The issue is they don't know when to choose you. And when your category is blurry, your customers hesitate. They start comparing your price to the next guy because they can't really categorize your value. Or worse, they just move on because they don't have time to solve the puzzle of what you actually do. And to be honest, I actually struggle with this myself. In my own journey, I've caught myself trying to be the marketing guy, the video guy, the strategist, all at the same time. And I realized that being the everything guy was actually what was slowing my growth. I was a constraint to my own brand because I hadn't narrowed my focus, and I was busy, but I wasn't positioned. I'm chatting okay, and let's adjust our focus today. A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver or gold. This comes from Proverbs 22:1, a practical wisdom for how to live. The focus here is on reputation, not on branding in a corporate sense, but in character. Your name is built on consistent follow through. And over time, that consistency becomes a signature that carries more value than the currency in your bank account. And then sometimes your reputation might be solid, but if your positioning is soft, you're losing money. People don't research for options in a crisis. They recall a name tied to a result. And I had to take a step back and look at myself and take my own medicine. I had to stop listing services and start defining my lane. I had to distill the 3 separate businesses that I have into one singular mission. Now, when someone asks me what I do, I don't give them a menu. I give them this. I am a business growth partner and marketing strategist who bridges the gap between physical and digital marketing systems to help companies capture more customers. And the second I started saying this, instead of listing all the stuff I can do, the quality of my conversations changed and some of the confusion vanished. My position finally matched my reputation. So here are some things to think about. The bottleneck, mental friction. If it takes more than 3 seconds for a client to recognize what you do, you've lost the lead. The constraint. This is the generalist trap. It forces you to work harder for every lead because you're constantly having to re-explain your value. Then you got the conversation check. How often does someone reach out to you and say, I thought of you when I'm dealing with this X problem. And if that's low, your positioning hasn't landed yet. And then identify the trigger. What is the one specific problem that should make someone think of you immediately? Now write that down. Then you need to do an audit of the bio. Look at all your websites and social media and find the phrases that sound professional but really offer nothing. Like, we offer quality solutions, and delete that. I'm doing that right now, going through all my stuff. The one sentence test. Try to say your clarity statement in one breath. And if it feels like a mouthful, you may need to cut some of that fluff out and get it sharp. Now, finally, narrow the target. Pick one specific type of client you serve, and you serve well, and speak to only them in your next post. You'll grow faster when your name is tied to a problem people recognize the second it hits their desk. I'm chatting okay, and when life gets blurry, adjust your focus, and I'll see you tomorrow.